It's a new day on SpaceX Daily, Episode 4, coming to you from Vancouver. It's June 15th, 2026. Let's get into today's SpaceX developments. Falcon 9's first flight after the Nasdaq debut tests whether public markets alter the company's launch tempo at all. The mission marks the first Falcon 9 flight since the June 12 listing and continues the booster reuse campaign that has driven annual cadence gains. SpaceX has not disclosed the specific booster serial or target orbit, but the launch returns the vehicle family to flight less than 72 hours after the IPO closed. Observers will watch pad turnaround time and whether the flight rate holds steady through the transition to public reporting. Next milestone to track is the booster's post-flight inspection and potential rapid reflight window. This keeps the Falcon program moving forward on the same reuse cadence tracked last episode, with no visible shift yet from the listing. Construction at the South Texas site continues to expand manufacturing and launch infrastructure, even as nearby residents report vibration from ongoing static fire and test operations. The facility now supports parallel Starship vehicle assembly and Raptor engine work, directly addressing the production rate bottleneck that has limited flight test tempo. Local infrastructure upgrades remain tied to the same timeline as booster catch hardware maturation. The listing was executed from the Texas site and earmarked proceeds for expanded vehicle manufacturing lines and engine development. Capital allocation targets the same facilities already supporting parallel Starship and Falcon operations. No specific dollar figures for individual programs were released in the coverage. A Reddit user discovered that the SpaceX Ocean Rocket Recovery crane is stored in a Long Beach neighborhood and posted a photo of the equipment. The crane supports ocean recovery operations that enable booster reuse on high-energy trajectories. Its presence in a public storage area offers a rare ground-level view of the logistics chain behind Falcon and future Starship recovery. Reddit users are circulating photos of the Long Beach recovery crane and debating its exact lift capacity for future Starship-class boosters. Observers near Starbase continue to log daily vibration reports tied to ongoing engine tests and note incremental facility expansions visible from public roads. Local aerospace forums are tracking the first post-IPO Falcon 9 countdown for any visible changes in range safety or FAA coordination cadence. Space enthusiasts are sharing archival footage of earlier ocean recoveries to contextualize the hardware now sitting in a residential neighborhood. From an engineering standpoint, the ocean recovery crane photographed in Long Beach is the physical embodiment of a first principles decision to recover the highest value hardware rather than treat the booster as expendable. Raw material cost for a Falcon 9 first stage is dominated by the aluminum lithium tankage and 9 Merlin engines. Even at generous scrap plus labor estimates, the stage itself is worth far less than the price of building a new one. By designing a crane and support ship system that can safely retrieve that stage from the open ocean, SpaceX collapses the effective cost per flight from the full multiple of a new build stage down to the marginal cost of inspection, refurbishment, and reflight. The same logic scales directly to Starship once tower or ocean catch hardware matures, dropping the marginal cost of each additional flight toward propellant and ground operations only. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket exploded on the launch pad during a recent test. The explosion removes a near-term heavy lift option from upcoming manifests. The incident directly affects NASA lunar timelines that had counted on New Glenn for at least one Artemis-related cargo flight. Resolution depends on the length of the accident investigation. Blue Origin must still determine whether it can meet its revised 2026 flight target. On the AI front, SpaceX shifted Colossus 1 capacity to Anthropic after internal Grok workloads encountered latency issues. The Memphis cluster is being treated as shared infrastructure across the Musk ecosystem. The move highlights how compute originally tied to xAI is now being allocated to external partners. SpaceX continues orbital data center development in parallel with the shift. A special feature notes that IPO proceeds are being eyed for both terrestrial and orbital AI infrastructure buildouts. And a quick market note, SPCX closed at $160.95. Before we go, the next post-flight inspection window on this Falcon 9 will show whether the rapid reflight cadence holds after the listing. That covers everything worth knowing about SpaceX today. SPCX closed at $160.95. A quick rating on Apple Podcast or Spotify goes a long way. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. See you tomorrow. And before you go, this show is part of the NARA Network, a family of daily podcasts covering tech, science, markets, and more. If you enjoyed today's episode, give Tesla Shorts Time a listen, your daily deep dive into everything Tesla. You can explore the whole lineup at narinetwork.com. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.